Testing, testing, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me?
Testing, testing.
There we go. We got it.
Can you guys hear me?
Microphone must have died. What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Thank y'all for tuning in on a Saturday night. Cool night. How's it going, man? Jeff, what's up, buddy? Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Where are you guys from? I want to hear it. There we go. We got it. Yeah. I think the mic cut off a while ago. I was filming a video a while ago for next week. Indiana. Nice. You got a Indiana motorcycle or? Honestly, cool night, man. I'm just gonna hang out and see what you guys are up to. I work this weekend. I'm finally off, so I'm just gonna chill for a little bit, man. I'm gonna think, Lloyd. I think that's Pflugerville, Texas. Is that right? Pflugerville, Texas. Is that how you pronounce that? I've been to Dallas, Texas, man. That was for a couple weeks. That was a good time. And what's the town outside of there? Frisco, Texas. So my son's a big Dude Perfect fan. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them. They're on YouTube. They're a big sports channel. They do a lot of trick shots. And when I went to Dallas, Texas last year, I made sure to go check out the Dude Perfect studio and take some pictures for my kid. Pflugerville, it is how you pronounce it. Is that northern Texas, southern, east, west, right in the middle, around Dallas? Dallas is the only place in Texas I've been, man. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me on a Saturday night outside of Austin. Okay, so on the way home, I live in North Carolina, eastern North Carolina. Our trip home was from Dallas to Austin and then back to Raleigh. Is the airport here. So y'all have a nice airport in Austin. I went from one plane right to another. El Paso sucks. Dallas was a different animal, man. So like I said, I'm from North Carolina. And y'all have some weird stoplights there. We went, the first thing we did was about getting a car crash because the median had a stoplight there. I've never seen a stoplight in the median before. While you guys are watching, man, if y'all haven't subscribed to Fish Over Chicks, I want to give those guys a huge shout out. They just gained me like 100 followers overnight. Shout me out in their video yesterday. So huge shout out to Fish Over Chicks. Peter and John are some great guys, man. I'm actually just got monetized yesterday, so I can finally, after 6 months, start making money on YouTube. And I was having a technical issue on signing up for that, and Peter gave me a call yesterday, helped me through it. Super helpful, man. We do have roundabouts and a lot of full-way stop signs, and it seems like nobody knows how to use the full-way stop sign. But yes, we do have roundabouts. I don't think anybody around here really knows how to use one of them neither, but that's just me. I'm an aggressive driver. So the roundabouts are kind of weird, and they do take some getting used to, but they do help the flow of traffic big time, in my opinion. There's one right down the road that I have to go through to take my son to school, and I wish they would put a couple more on that route, because traffic in the morning, sometimes it takes 20 minutes to get to an intersection. And man, it is tough. I wish that roundabout, everybody can keep going. It makes it a lot easier. Congratulations on getting to the point you can make some money for doing this. Is great. Yeah, cool night, man. I'm super stoked. I'm not there yet. They're like reviewing my channel now, so hopefully in a couple days. They said it could take up to a month, but man, there's 6 months. It's I'm getting antsy. I'm excited about it. I feel like it's really cool. I have a full-time job where I work 60, 80 hours a week, and I do sales. So I'm from one appointment to another, and sometimes I'm stuck in the car for an hour and a half at a time, and I'm like thinking about YouTube, thinking about my next video on here for Boondock Builds all the time, man. So I'm excited to finally at least hopefully pay for some material costs. Sorry, I just got done watching Bearded Viking new video. I'm here now though. Linda, how's it going? Bearded Viking just put out a new video tonight. I haven't seen it yet. Last one I think I saw was this little mini wishing well or yard. You guys, I'm sure, have seen it. What's up, Phil? How you doing now? This one out. We have called X intersections now. We drive on the wrong side of the road and get something to the right side of the road. We have called X intersections now. So Lloyd, Virginia has the weirdest roads I've ever seen. They're the next state up. So I play music. I played music my whole life. I've done it professionally for the last 12 years. But I travel to like Chesapeake, Virginia Beach area a lot, and they have some of the most screwed up roads you can imagine. What's up, Phil? How's it going, man? Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know it's a Saturday night. I was filming a video a little earlier and was like, hey, I should go live tonight. I am still new to live, so if there's a little bit of awkwardness, I am sorry, guys. Yeah, Virginia has some screwed up roads, and we have our fair share, but Virginia, I have a lot of good friends in Virginia. Not talking bad about the people in Virginia, but they have some screwed up roads over there. Some very confusing roads if you're not used to it. Who was the girl last night on Bearded Viking? I don't know if any of you guys watched his live last night. There was a girl up there that sang. She had some really cool stuff, man. So I played country rock music the last 12 years of my life, for a living. I've had full-time jobs in between. I've done construction my whole life, but played a lot of music. And she was really good. She made the Add a Dab of Glue song. It was pretty cool. I've actually got a video in mind. I don't know how good it's going to do, but kind of telling my backstory. I'm going to show some footage of me on stage and playing my shows. Because I play some really, really big shows. If you guys listen to country music, I've opened up for like Luke Combs, Josh Turner, Palmer Lee a few times. So really cool stuff with it. So I feel like I think I'm going to do a woodworking video about music items, and I feel like they can be good sellers, because it seems like a lot of the YouTube creators I've watched, also have a background in music in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I feel like it's gonna be cool. Keep notes on your thoughts for videos. Yeah, man. So I have a notes section in my phone that's called Shop. And it's got video after video after video idea. And then I check them off as I go through it. Phil, what's up, man? Linda, thank you guys. Jeff, cool night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Like I said, I wanted to jump on here, try it out. I think this is my 3rd live total. So check it out and see how it goes. Shot fight is awesome. What are you making? So I have a video coming out tomorrow. It's one. I don't want to give too many details away, but it is one 4x4 post, and I'm making 3 projects out of that one board. And then I've got a good 4 foot left of that post left over, so you can make multiple projects out of that. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I kind of did tried a few different things on filming angles and how talking. I'm really getting used to talking to the camera. So these lives are helping with that. I'm getting used to talking to the camera. So I'm trying to do it as least awkward as possible. I gotta keep it. Good brother Earl. I have not. What kind of music does he sing? Is he on like Facebook or YouTube? Yes, Nicole. Thank you, Linda. It was Nicole, Hobby House Creations. Yeah. She had some pipes on her, man. I'll be honest. She had a good voice. I was really impressed. And not to sound like a music snob, but it is hard to impress me when it comes to music. I have played music my entire life. So my dad had my granddad had a classic country band like Keith Whitley, Merle Haggard, stuff like that. And he used to hold me up at the microphone at 2 years old and sing the Keith Whitley, Merle Haggard and stuff. And then he showed me the ropes on guitar when I was 7, so I think I was born to play music. So in the video idea I have coming up, I'm going to show pictures of me on stage with my granddad at 2 years old in front of a big crowd, and me how I progressed, and probably me and a few celebrities that I've opened up for, and some of the bigger crowds I've played with. I'm a great friend in Charlotte, North Carolina that hand makes guitars. Man, that is one of my all-time bucket list items. I want to make my own guitar. I'm waiting for a CNC machine because I feel like that I've from what I've researched, that'll help me out a lot because that is a lot of. Oh, it's a long build, so it's not like something I can pump out in a week and make for YouTube. That's going to be something that's probably going to take a couple months to make. I saw a guitar the other day on a woodworking group I'm in on Facebook. By the way, there is a brand new, I created like 3 or 4 days ago. It's a Boondock Builds community page on Facebook. It's a private, it's a public group. So please sign up for that. I want to grow a community here. I want to just do more than post on YouTube. I actually want to grow a community if I can. Man, this guy had a guitar that he built, and I was ready to throw whatever kind of money I do not have at this guitar. But he took his laser engraver, and he had like a werewolf scene on it. Man, it looked beautiful though. He had the moon on it, trees, the wolf. Like it was phenomenal looking. Like one of the best guitars I've ever seen. The guy actually messaged me back because I was like, "Where can I buy one of these?" He's like, "If you got an old guitar, let me know." But I do want a laser engraver because I might try that on my own. But old country music, man, Phil, there's no such thing as old country music to me, man. Like I said, I grew up with my granddad's classic country band, so I probably know songs from the 30s, 1930s that are just as good to me as anything else. I'm a big 80s and 90s fan, anyways. So I like George Strait, #1, hands down. He's the king of country. You can't not listen to George Strait. But Garth Brooks, Keith Whitley, those are my guys. Tracy Byrd, Tracy Lawrence, Trace Adkins. Anything 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, I'm all about. I quit listening to the radio in like 2014. I got tired of hearing the same shit on the radio. A cigar box. I saw a Fish Over Chicks video. I think they posted it 2 or 3 weeks ago, but they were doing a cigar box video. John, their cameraman, was doing it. Oh, you showed it last night on Bearded Viking. I watched Bearded Vikings live last night, but I was filming. I had it on the TV behind me. So I was kind of filming off to the side over here. So I might have missed it one. I hate that because I would have loved to see that. The real country music, yeah. There's a few of today's country artists that I listen to, but not many at all. I'm not big on. No offense to anybody that is. I'm personally, I'm not big on like the Texas country and stuff like that. I'm over 80s and 90s fan, and I am so glad the 80s and 90s are making a comeback. I've seen a big difference in my crowd recently because I was playing stuff and we had huge crowds, and then we kind of fell off for a little bit. I'm like, what is going on? Like for a year or two, I'm like, what is going on? Like our crowds are just not as big as they usually are, and then this past year or so, they finally packing out again. I'm like, all right. I haven't changed what I'm doing, so it kind of confused me for a little bit. So, for those of you who don't know, my dad has a construction business, and that's how I got into woodworking. So my dad has a construction business. Put me to work at 7 years old every day after summer, every day after school, and every day in the summertime. And my childhood was kind of based around that. It wasn't the funnest. But I just turned 32 weeks ago, and here I am with a wood shop, woodworking shop. So taught me some cool stuff along the way. Unfortunately, I had to quit my dad's company about 2 years ago. I had 2 bad back sprains in a year's time, and my wife was like, "Look, I'm tired of helping you out of bed. You better find something else." So I still work construction. I give quotes for a construction company now. And a channel people watch too. Yeah. Thank you. And a channel people watch. So yeah, I'm greatly appreciated. When I first made my YouTube channel, there's a guy out in California. He's the first friend I made off YouTube. Thank you, Linda. And Dude Sawdust, Logan over at Dude Sawdust. I reached out to him on Facebook. I was like, "Hey, I enjoy your channel. I enjoy your videos. You know, I'm gonna start this." And Logan has been the one guy behind the scenes from the very start. I was like, "Hey, you know, you're doing great here, but you know, work on this, work on that. You know, get a little better each video, like just 10% better each video." And kind of taking his advice and just kind of ran with it. And I've really been lucky to have the subscribers that I do and the support that I do from the other woodworkers like Daniel and Fish Over Chicks and Dude Sawdust. I didn't ever realize how supportive the woodworking community was until I started YouTube and until I started this channel. So to have that support, it means a lot, really. Like I said, Peter from Fish Over Chicks, I had a technical issue signing up to get monetized yesterday. I emailed him, give him my phone number, and he called me the next day. He's like, "Hey man, I'm here to help. What do you need?" And built that relationship up. So I'm very thankful for those guys for sure. And does take practice. Like I said, doing music my whole life, I am comfortable in the spotlight. It's just I've never been really in front of a camera, so it's a little different. Yeah, they are great to watch. Fish Over Chicks. I watch Fish Over Chicks, Dude Sawdust, and Bearded Viking are definitely my top 3. And then, of course, John Malecki. I mean, who doesn't like John Malecki? If I can make like a big rink to where and afford 15 drills to have a little drill battle in here, I definitely would. Thank you, Cool Night, man. I appreciate it. Sometimes I might have a little bit of a pause because I haven't really thought of the next thing I'm going to say yet, but I have not seen Patriots Glow. What is that? Barno Boy, what's up, man? And Barno Boy, yes. So I was talking about some of my favorite YouTubers. Barno Boy, I watch everything Barno Boy puts out. I watch Barno Boy with Boondock Jr., my oldest son. He's 7. And then I've got another boy who will be 1 year old next weekend, or next Monday on the 10th. So, yeah. So I know I don't have a lot of people in here right now, but if you haven't subscribed to Barno Boy, go please do that. This kid is awesome, man. Yeah, Phil, man, check out Barno Boy, dude. That kid probably knows more than I do about woodworking. I know construction, so I've actually learned a thing or two from Barno Boy. I'll tell you what. Let me hold on 1 second. Let me grab this. So I've got an upcoming video where I'm going to do a lot of kitchen builds, and I've come up with some original ideas. I made a cool salt and pepper shaker that I showed on the Bearded Viking Live the other night. But I want to make a spatula, and I cut this out a little earlier tonight, and I got the idea from Barno Boy. I was like, man, a wooden spatula is super cool. So I'm going to have a video with like cutting boards, the salt and pepper shakers, the spatula. I've got like 10 projects kitchen related that I'm going to do like one just super big video on. So again, if you guys have not subscribed to Barno Boy, I've learned a thing or two from Barno Boy, so you guys be sure to check him out. The only problem with my kitchen builds video, I've already done a cutting board in a previous video, but the salt and pepper shaker, I've got like 10 ideas, and it's probably going to be like a 45-minute video. I just want to make sure everybody watches it. You know, I don't want to do this big video and then like 10 people watch it because it's just too long. That's my only fear. So I thought about, do I break it up in like several different short videos or just do one long video? Thanks, guys. Yeah, Barno Boy. Like I said, I got the idea from you, man. I hope it's going to be pretty. It's really cool. Okay. So the long in-depth videos, that's something I got to take more practice of, because sometimes I feel like, all right, this is pushing 10, 15 minutes. I got to hurry this up. So I sometimes speed through my videos a lot. So I'll make it look like I'm working super fast. Where I'll probably just need to, I'm trying to learn to slow down and talk a little more. Because I feel like that makes a little more sense. Yeah, Barndo Boy's dad has a video, Barndo Family. I've watched the Barndo Family, and I'm subscribed to the Barndo Family. They got a trailer there remodeling. Six people, five people. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, man. I know it's a Saturday night. Like I said, I was filming earlier, and I was like, let's just do a little live here. Do you have a wood supplier you like? So I'm be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not some extravagant woodworker that's been doing this for 30 years, but I have done construction my whole life. So I helped my dad build his company up. So he owns a paint and remodeling business, and we used to do fire and water restoration. So if a house catches on fire or has water damage, we tear everything back out to the studs, spray everything down with chemicals, and then build it back up. And then the last few years I did work with him, I helped him build it up. So we did a lot of work for like Best Buy, Duke Energy, State Employees Credit Union, Apple stores, Best Buys, Belk, Krispy Kreme, Buffalo Wild Wings. We have a long list. I don't know, I might have repeated some of those, but we have a long list of places we did. So the supplier I'm used to is Lowe's. Because we don't have a Home Depot. Closest Home Depot is like an hour and a half away. So, and I have a Lowe's 5 minutes from my house. But my friend here in Greenville, North Carolina, owns a furniture store. I've known him for a few years. He builds all his own stuff in his garage. He's been a kind of an influence on me as well. But me and him just took our first trip to the hardwood dealer. It's called the Hardwood Store of North Carolina. It's in Gibsonville, North Carolina. It's about 3 hours away, and as far as I know, that is the closest hardwood dealer to me. It's about 3 hours away. The Hardwood Store of North Carolina, Gibsonville. So I got some Purple Heart, some walnut, some hard maple, and stuff to get me started. And that's lasted me the last few videos. I was texting him the other day. I said, "Hey, we need to make another trip," and he's like, "Yeah, I do too." So we'll probably be making another trip soon. I started recording myself out in the garage, just organizing and making a few small crafting things for the wife. So cool night. That's how I started, man. I had a few projects. I wanted to make a cutting board. That was just something I wanted to do. My wife wanted a blanket ladder. Few small projects. One of my first videos was we had a piece of furniture, like 2 or 3 pieces of furniture that I just sanded down and repainted. And that was my first few videos. They were terrible, and I'm sorry if you've had to watch those. But you got to start somewhere, man. And it didn't take me long. I quickly figured out, oh, I need to do this. Shorten my video here. Nobody cares. I'm dragging this on a little too long. Let's shorten that and move along. So, yeah, man, cool night. Record yourself. I record everything on my iPhone. I use VN Editor. It's a free app. You get like 100 projects, and I keep deleting my old ones because it takes up so much storage on my phone. So it keeps like you have 100 projects and now you have 80 and now you'll have 82. And then I do a couple more and then delete them. I don't think you're ever going to run out, honestly. But yeah, man, make a YouTube. It's never too late. My advice is go for it. I've been blessed beyond belief. I was super shocked yesterday. Like I said, when me and my kid were sitting in front of a Harbor Freight about to go in because we had done a field trip and we had some time to kill for his doctor's appointment yesterday afternoon. I was like, hey, let's go into this Harbor Freight. And I bought him a couple tools. And right before we walked in, he was eating a snack. I said, well, let's watch the Fish Over Chicks guys. He was like, all right, because he likes them too. He likes their lives when they do something blindfolded. And we were about to get out the truck at the end of their video when we heard shout out to Boondock Builds. I was like, holy crap, man. And me and him kind of looked at each other, just kind of disbelief. So super, super cool from those guys. So like I said, cool night. It's never too late to start. I recommend anybody start, man. It's a super supportive community, hands down. Thanks, Barno boy. I appreciate that, man. I've never done a live where more than like 10 people at a time have been in, so I feel like that'd be cool. The pressure's definitely on. But I feel like it's a little more easier if more people are on because you guys in the chat give me something to talk about. Because if not, I'm kind of like, ooh, what else can I talk about? And this is only like my third live, so if it is a little awkward, I am sorry. Well, cool night, man. I encourage you to post it. I will subscribe. I'm sure a lot of people in here will subscribe. There was a guy last night on Bearded Viking. What was his name? Country Kitchen is all I remember. This guy called in, said, hey, I got 30 subscribers. Fish Over Chicks shouted him out. Daniel shouted him out. And I checked in 5 minutes later. He had over 75. So it is never too late, man. You can make a following. I'm sure people will definitely subscribe if you have any kind of value. You, Bearded Viking, Fish Over Chicks, 731 Woodworks, and there's my calm voice. And thank you, Phil, man. That means a lot. So for you to put me in that category with Bearded Viking, Fish Over Chicks, and 731, man, you just made my day. I appreciate that, Phil. That is a big compliment, and I really appreciate that, man. Because those are the same guys I look up to. So for you to put my name beside them, man, that really does mean a lot. I swear to you. We have a new hardwood place near me. I went there the other day. I'm excited. Yeah, more people, better questions to answer. Yeah, for sure. I'm on a Facebook group on Facebook, and somebody had ebony wood that they saw in their hardwood dealer, and they said it was over $150 a board foot. I was like, my gosh. It was some pretty wood. It looked like a burnt piece of wood, but I've never seen some ebony or hardwood dealer. I haven't seen it there, but we do all raise each other, Phil. I just appreciate you guys hanging out with me, like I said, on a Saturday night. Yeah, me too. Too rich for me. Yeah, that's I work about 60 to 80 hours a week at my normal job, and then I do music, and then now YouTube. So I'm always working, but I'm still not rich. I'm not paying $150 a board foot. That's for sure. I got some ebony in that stain cabinet over there. We can use that. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you guys a glimpse at tomorrow's video. This is going to be one of the projects, and the reason I want to show this one is I want to know if this is cool or not. So I've sent this project that I did. I showed it. I made it for my son, actually. It's let me get it. I made this with my son in mind. He's 7. And it's really cool. I don't know if you can see it. The light in here and the light in the video when I made the video did not bring out the orange as much. But it's supposed to look like a volcano. So I've sanded it down so it does have the lighter orange look in it. And I actually stained it orange, then burn it and sand it down so it would and stain it again so it has some orange in it. But you can't really see it very good in the lighting. But it's supposed to be a volcano candle. And I've had some of my friends, I've sent them pictures and stuff. I'm like, what do you think about this before I look like an idiot on YouTube? And some of them were like, hey, man, that's super cool. And then others was like, hey, man, you should try a little harder before you put something out. They were nice about it, but to sum it up, they're like, hey, you should rethink that. Yes, a little skate park. Thank you, Linda. I forgot all about that. So that was like right before. That was one of my best videos when I first started out. I still wasn't used to the camera yet, obviously, if you watch that video. But that is his number one toy. It sits in his bedroom floor. And I've had several people that come over and seen that skate park and like, you should market and sell this. So that was kind of an original idea I had a few years ago. In that video, I showed one I made him several years ago, and the measurements just weren't right, and it was terrible. But he still has that one in his room as well. That's one of his favorite toys. So I was like, well, I'm going to build you a whole skate park instead of just a ramp. Thank you, Dan. So like I said, it's supposed to be a volcano, and what made me think of it is like a week ago when it was snowing outside. And he was home. He got a volcano kit for Christmas from Santa Claus, and he wanted to put it together, and it's got baking soda and all that stuff in it, so, and vinegar, so to make it explode. So we did that, and I was like, and I saw this somewhere online, something similar to this. I was like, hey, I can make a volcano candle, and it for the most part turned out like I wanted it to. There would definitely be some things I could change. If I can make some kind of lava that looks real, I would definitely do it. But then again, I was like, is it cool? Is it not? Is it YouTube worthy? So we're going to try it out in tomorrow's video. This is actually the first project on the video. I've actually got project number 2 in this shot right now. I'm just not going to tell you what it is, so you'll have to watch the video tomorrow. My dad built corner caps and these for side cash and his friends. So the nicest guys in the world. Retail friends in school. Yeah, Phil, man. My like I said, my dad did construction, so I grew up some of the funniest guys. I don't know about the nicest, but they're all nice guys, man. They are some of the funniest. They will screw with you. They will screw with you hard in construction. They will mess you up, especially as a kid. That's why I got a very twisted sense of humor as an adult. I had a traumatic childhood from the very adult jokes my dad's friends had. and the twisted sense of humor they had. So Linda, that is mostly the comment I've got from my friends. They're like, I see your vision. Like, it's not there yet. And I agree. It might not be there yet, but there's something to it. Like, it's not terrible, right? Is it? I don't know. That's I have not heard of the Navy Seabees. What is that? The Navy Seabees. I have no idea. Cool night. Yeah, I thought it was cool. My son thought it was cool. I showed my wife. She's like, it's all right. And then I showed my friends I did woodworking, and they were not as impressed. They were like, I see your vision. I think it could be cool. We are the construction for love for the Navy. No, not it's cool, or no, it's not cool. Is that what you mean, Linda? I'm just kidding with you. Were you in the Navy cool night? And if so, you said you told me earlier where you were from. I think you said Illinois, right? Where are you from, cool night? Indiana, that's right. Jeff was from Illinois. So, like I said, my band plays in Chesapeake, Virginia, which is right outside of Norfolk, and they have a big Navy base out there. So I'm friends with a lot of Navy guys out in that area. I didn't know if you were from around that area or have heard of Norfolk, Virginia, the base out there. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You're out there by John Malecki, Phil. Isn't he from Pennsylvania? Ain't he in the Pittsburgh area? I think so. I want to take a trip and go to his shop and get me a pair of shop shades. That's what I want. Oh, you lived in Norfolk for 4 years. So, have you ever heard of a place called Eagle's Nest? So it's called Eagle's Nest Rockin' Country Bar. Gotcha. I don't know anything about Gulfport. I'll be honest with you, but I do have a lot of friends in Norfolk. And in Chesapeake, Virginia, there's a place called Eagle's Nest Rockin' Country Bar. My band plays there a lot. It's one of the biggest nightclubs, country venues that you can play down there. Oh, you're not a country music fan. It's all right. They have like 8 bars in one. So they have a country side, like a rock side, like a rap hip hop side. Mostly country, but it is a huge place. Your wife is. So that's funny. So I'm a country music singer, like by trade. I used to do that full time for a little while. And my wife is a rocker chick. Like, she doesn't really care for country. She is like your what was it, grunge, like she's my rocker chick. I'm her country guy, I guess. We did not look like we would be together. She has turned me on to more rock. I will say that. I do like rock. And I've always been like a big Motley Crue fan, stuff like that. She got me more into, I guess, today's rock. She's like a big 90s grunge. Yeah, 90s grunge. That's all my wife listens to. So she's turned me on to it. And I catch myself, I'll listen to that more now than I will country a lot of times. Yeah, I'm the same way. Cool Night. I'll listen to pretty much anything, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. Honestly, after doing music my whole life, I ride in silence now when I drive. So people hate riding with me, and they're like, "Man, we're either talking, and if we're not, it's just quiet in here." I'm like, "Yeah, well." After playing music my whole entire life, it's more peaceful for me now to just ride in silence. You too, Cool Night, man. I did that right before you called. I had to FaceTime my son, my oldest son. He's with his mom. Actually, she lives in Virginia Beach, about 3 hours away from here. So he goes to her on the weekends, and he's with me during the week. So I was granted custody of him about 3 years ago. So I feel like that makes me a even cooler dad and get custody of his kids. By the grace of God, I got custody of him. And then me and my wife now, we have a little boy that'll be 1 year old next week. It doesn't even feel like a year old. But I'm still here, guys. So thank you guys for hanging out with me on a Saturday night and being active and giving me something to talk about. I think this is my third live chat, and the first two, only two people were commenting. So thank you guys for giving me something to talk about. Time does fly with kids. It does not seem like I have a 7-year-old at all. Like I feel like he should be 4 at best. Like that's just on a good day 4. Yeah, I was granted custody of him. He's been living with me full time since he was 2. He goes to his mom's on the weekends. My wife loved the ladder rack, so that is actually the way our living room's set up. Like we have our couch, and then we have her chair. Like we just bought recliners because like a few months ago, because I was like, I need a recliner. Like I used to have a recliner before we met, and I had to get rid of it. Like I want my recliner back. So I just bought us each a recliner. Now she has her own recliner, so she knows where I'm coming from, and it's great. But her ladder rack, her blanket ladder rack, is right beside her, her chair, between her chair and a couch, and she loves it. Let me try my first hand cut dovetails tomorrow. Good luck with that, because let me show you this. I've never made a hand cut dovetail, and I had these 2 scrap pieces from where I made the salt and pepper shaker, and they match up for the most part, but they are not 100% like at all. I can pull that straight out. They are not there. But I tried. I bought a Cove saw the other day, and I was like, well, let me just try this, like for shits and giggles. Ooh, with the red oak jewelry box. I would maybe do a test piece first. No, just I would not have said that if I didn't just do this yesterday or 2 days ago. If I didn't do that, I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. But I know me. I always do something on a test piece before I do it on something I'm going to make. So I did get a dovetail jig the other day, or not a jig, a dovetail bit for my router. I do not have a jig, and my friend got one not too long ago from Harbor Freight and said it sucks ass. So don't get that one. He said spend extra money, get one from Lowe's. But I've got to run, check on my fire barrel real quick. I'll be right back. You guys stay put. I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to run out and check on my fire barrel real quick. I had a fire out there earlier and wanted to make sure it didn't get away from me. Yeah, so my friend bought the dovetail jig from Harbor Freight, and he said he had a hard time getting everything straight. I actually went over there and tried to mess with it with him, and I was like, "Yeah, this thing's kind of out of line here." I think is it Mousecraft or Craig or somebody makes one that you can get at Lowe's. I've seen that one. I told him, I was like, for $30 more, you might as well just, I think, buy it from Lowe's. Yeah, Craig does have one. Okay, so I've seen that one at Lowe's, but I don't have Craig money either. So Craig can definitely get a little expensive. I would love to know how to make some good handmade dovetails. I feel like that would be super cool to do. I've watched a lot of videos, so I was like, I'm gonna try these 2 little tiny pieces and just kind of see. And then I cut one out, traced it around the other, and I was like, let's see how tight these are. And they were not at all. That's the bad part about it. I have a small pocket hole jig from Craig, and I honestly haven't really found much reasons to use it. I mean, I don't make cabinets and stuff. I made the cabinets in my shop, but I did that before I had that Craig jig, so it didn't really help me much. I haven't really found a lot of reasons to use the Craig pocket hole jig. I'm sure I will. There are certain things for sure that I would definitely use it on. You have to sneak up on the lines. I have no idea what that means. I guess you have to stay on the inside the lines versus the on the line. I would love to go to Bearded Viking. I know he's been talking a lot on his lives about having someone come out and fly him out and pay for the hotel. I'm like, dude, I live like 3 hours from you. I'll come down there and buy my own hotel. I'll drive home if I have to. It's not that far. And then I would definitely twist his arm and be like, hey, let's teach me how to do these dovetails here. I do kitchens and bathrooms, and my customers need a odd-shaped cabinet. I usually just make it with dovetails. Gotcha, Phil. So, I'm not going to say who I work for, but I work for a very well-known bathroom remodeling company. So we do a lot of bathroom remodels, and I've seen a lot of odd-shaped vanities. Now, our company doesn't do those odd-shaped vanities, but I see them a lot. And I've had some at some very weird angles, and I don't know how they put those together in a dovetail. I wouldn't understand. I've done a lot of cabinet installs with my dad's company, but to do them with a dovetail, I wouldn't understand. Oh, yeah, the drawers, yeah, and the drawers with dovetail, yeah. So yeah, that's what my friend was making, was drawers for some of the custom um, drawers and end tables and stuff like that he was making. So he ended up. I was over there when he did it. Like I said, I was trying to help him set it up, and he went and did the dovetails, and then he ended up just scrapping I don't know how many pieces of wood. He's like, they all look like shit. I'm just tossing them in the burn barrel. So I don't know if I haven't talked to him about that particular situation since. So I don't know if he went to Lowe's and got the nicer jig or what. Yeah, Linda. So I saw one of his lives. It was probably a month or two ago. He was kind of demonstrating one of the hand cut dovetails. And I think I was cooking dinner for my family or something that night as I was watching it, so I couldn't really see what he was doing, or I wasn't, able to pay full attention. So actually, in his live tomorrow night, I'll probably jump on and say, "Hey, can you make a hand cut dovetail real quick?" And see if he'll do it again, because I would love to know how he does it. Because some of his jewelry boxes, man, they are nice and they are tight. You don't need no wood fill or anything like that to fill those gaps. They are nice. He is fast. That's probably another thing. I'm a little slow, and he's fastest. That's probably another issue. His boxes are sick. I was like 3 names away from winning that box last night. I don't know if you guys watched the giveaway. I was like, oh man. And I told him right before that, I was like, I don't want to win a box. I want to win a custom Bearded Viking sign that I can put in my shop. He's just in wood. Okay, gotcha. So he uses a lot of zebra wood too. I want to buy some zebra wood. I've never had that. But man, that was some nice looking wood. So next time I think I go to the hardwood store, I'm gonna get some of that. That's right. That was you, Linda. Yeah, you said you'd take the box, and I was like, I was messing with him. That's all. I would definitely take the box, but I was trying to be nice and say, you know, I'd rather have a bearded Viking sign I can hang in my shop, because that would be cool. Just something from, you know, bearded Vikings. Some of these other YouTubers I look up to. Something to hang in my shop. I think that'd be super cool. Like I said, thank you guys for hanging out with me on a Saturday night. I did not expect to be on here for an hour at all. I'll be honest with you. But you guys have definitely kept me entertained, so I appreciate it. Right? Who wouldn't take a box from me? I want to figure out how he makes. Like I said, I'm still new to woodworking, and I still want to figure out how he makes the boxes, but also the drawers inside. So I'm also on Facebook, like a part of a lot of like scroll saw groups and stuff like that, or band saw groups. I'm like, how do we make this? I am constantly nonstop. My wife said I have an addictive personality, so I am always thinking YouTube right now. That is my addictive personality right now, apparently. Thank you, Phil, man. I'm excited about it, man. Like I said, I made this. You guys said it was cool, so I'm excited about that, because some of my friends were like, it's all right. But I've got 2 other projects that I think are going to be a pretty big deal. One of them especially, the second item in that build is going to be a good seller for spring. I feel like I can batch those things out quick too. I think they're going to be really good. I'm stuttering a little bit, ain't I? Thank you, Linda. I'm going to try to have it drop, especially by lunchtime. Sorry, guys. The wind just picked up, and a lot of ash from my burn barrel is apparently coming to my shop. But thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. So, like I said, tomorrow, 1 board, a 4x4 post, 3 projects, and 1 big ass profit to make. So, y'all be on the lookout for it. But I'm going to jump off here. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me. And hope you have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on Boondock Builds. Appreciate it. See you guys.